Hi everyone, it's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue, and I'm here to talk to you today about Cricut pens. I am a collector of pens. I have always collected a lot of office supplies. I'm an office supply goddess, I guess. And it's the same for Cricut. Cricut has produced a number of great pens, and I think that aside from a little bit of misunderstanding about what kind of pens they have and how they write, these are fabulous pens. I would always recommend you use pens that were designed for your machine, like Cricut pens. A lot of people like to use or try to use some other ones because they say the price is too high on Cricut. But I have to disagree on that because when you catch them on sale, especially, you can get some really wonderful pen and pen sets on the Cricut.com website. And also, they get snuck into mystery boxes. Our recent mystery box has these wonderful, I believe it's the non-neon colored, so it's like probably like these colors that you get with your mystery box. So this is apropos, I think. Anyway, there are lots of great pens, and there are different tips, heads, points, whatever you want to call them, different size tip, different kind of ink that's used. And so I wanted to point out the 4 different kinds. The first one, and I did a little chart. So here's the first one. This one here. It's extra fine point. These were the ones I just showed you that you're going to get if you were one of the lucky ones who got our latest mystery box. You'll get a pack of these extra fine point. These are very elegant. I think you could use them in your day books and your appointment calendars, and it looks very elegant, or even to write a letter if people still are writing letters like I am. Okay, so the second one is called fine point. Sometimes the older ones are not given a category, they're just simply listed as pens, and this is where some of the confusion comes in. I do want to mention that, Cricut is always trying to improve their product. They are always trying, and that includes the software, also includes the machines, coming up with new ways to use the machines or to make them better, but also their product line, and which is what most of us are looking at, because now we own our machines and we want to figure out what's the best thing that I can use in my Cricut. And I wanted to mention that simply because, it's part of my reach, when Cricut first came out with pens, they didn't have a label on them. They just simply gave you a name. You did not see anything here or here to indicate what size pen this would be. And this is a good hint as to when you find some pens that maybe you're interested in buying. If they don't show a number or a kind of tip on them, then that would be an indication that they're probably from an older type of a set. Now, most Cricut pens now have the type of ink it is. This is a gel pen. The size of the tip, which is a 1.0, that's the biggest that they have, and then the color. And they also list here what kind. This one is a glitter pen. Oh no, gel pen, I'm sorry. G stands for gel on the 1.0. Okay, and so again, this is this particular kind. Let me get that. The fine point, or the older ones, these are the standard kind, and they sometimes don't have a marking. Please fair warning, these will dry out. So you do need to be very careful about doing two things. One is securely fastening that cap, and you do that by, you can feel it, and oftentimes you can hear the click. Like here is a hearing the click, right? Make sure that that cap is on really tightly, and the other thing is store them with the tip side down. It kind of makes sense because it's sort of like trying to get that last bit of shampoo out of the bottle, right? Your ink is stored here. The application part is here. So by storing it on this way, as these get older, you're going to have a juicier pen. Okay. So moving right along, we do have this 0.8 gel tip, which is a thicker. It's actually twice the size as the fine point. It's 0.8. And I have to just say this. First of all, this is offered in glitter. It may be offered in regular inks. I don't know. But what I've found is this. I love glitter pens. I love gel pens. And so I buy them, all kinds of them, including the fancy Japanese ones and what have you. And I have to say, I've always been disappointed in the way that the ink flows. Yes, sometimes when you're using a Cricut gel pen, you will see things like this, which is like a slipping. That does happen. If you were to put some of the other brand glitter gel or gel ink into your machine, I would venture to guess that the slipping is much more frequent. But I do need to be honest, when you're working with gel pens, it's got a great look, oftentimes has glitter, but you might run into this sort of thing. So just be aware of it. It doesn't mean that your ink is dried in that pen. It's just kind of how the ink flows. Okay. And then the last kind is it's not, I would call it, is the closest to being a marker or like a Sharpie. Maybe the fine point Sharpie is how to describe it. There actually are two different sort of, I don't know if you can really make that up. This is like the regular ink. This is a glitter ink. And then also over here, there's metallics available. This is not a brush marker, but it's still a very, very juicy kind of a marker. So that is all about the different inks available. Here are a few, every time I come here, I give you a free project to work on. So that's what I'm going to be giving you on my blog. You're going to look for the Design Space project. There's also the Pinterest pin there as well. And these are just some really cool things I did with the pens. All of these images are, you see here, this was a thick line that when you converted it into just drawing, it created a double line, which you can then go back and fill in if you wanted to. So you can see that a thicker line. But that's how the machine and the software resolves moving from a cut image to a written, drawn image. Okay, so my file is going to be on there, and you can get my file on my blog, MissRitaToTheRescue.com, also on Facebook at MissRitaToTheRescue.com. Miss Rita to the Rescue, and then also in my groups, which includes Cricut Newbies and Pros for Explore and Maker. Please, if you like this content, I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and perhaps share it to others. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great day.